get us started here, Riley Patterson. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. Taking it about the 1. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. Leading this crew out is their electrifying signal caller, 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time NFL MVP. You all know him, Steve Young. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he's got room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Matt Breida, 62 yards. And the Steelers need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Boy, I got to say, I don't know how he made it all the way to the end zone without going down. What a run.
Absolutely incredible that was, because defensively you're taught to break down, wrap up. But in this case, he didn't really allow it, and really no one was able to slow him down enough for the extra help to get there. He just kept getting out of tackles all the way downfield and found the end zone.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here, way out. They're led out by the 6-year quarterback out of the University of North Carolina, Mitch Trubisky.
Well, he certainly had his ups and downs since being the 2nd overall selection back in 2017. But when he's on, Mitchell Trubisky shows all the attributes you're looking for in a quarterback. Big arm, excellent legs for mobility. His key, being consistent.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the tackle, it was Dane Belton.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky, man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game. So
now Trubisky lost the football. And they're going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns is going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Young, that's out to Hill, right side complete. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Butker now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shouldering the ball carrier, and down he goes.
And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. They go play action with Trubisky. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
Two drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. He'll take it at the 42. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And Young's throw there incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Young. That's going to be caught. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mike Gesicki, 31 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word. No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run with Edmonds. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good. And the rout is on. It's 24-0. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Now Trubisky on 1st down. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky buying time to his left. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now here's Trenton Gill now. That's pulled in at the 32. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. Final play of the half, Young. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start on the ground with Edmonds. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Great effort by Ted Hendricks defensively. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Forced out to his left. Now Trubisky lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And some room to work. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Butker on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go play action. Trubisky. And that's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now Trubisky lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Matt Breida taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Butker now to add the extra point. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Edmonds again, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Trubisky. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. The 20. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy. Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 11. Now Trubisky. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken at the 46. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Young on 1st down, fighting through pressure. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's got it reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. The 3rd down throw incomplete by Steve Young.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he is out of bounds, but not before.
Football, a lot of sprint formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Up the middle they run with Bettis. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. Now a give to Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal. They'll try and pound it in with Bettis. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, Charles, just impressive in all three phases. Offense, defense, special teams have really done their job. And here the offense doing its part yet again with another score in the fourth quarter.
I know it seems like something we shouldn't do because the scoreboard does tell it all. But let's set it aside for a moment. This game was absolutely memorable with how they played it. Really terrific effort. Really well executed. Congratulations to them.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Now it's Trubisky. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Trubisky on third and long. He is going to find Hill here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And the Steeler pressured too much here. He's going down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Trubisky, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Young here to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backup some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things.